you sure you've got time to take Seth and Betty to the police station?
How will they get the caravan back if I don't?
They shouldn't be living in a caravan at their age.
Won't they go to prison?
Not a chance.
I hope that doesn't sound like a note of regret in your voice.
Remind Chapman about the penalty clause.
I've been handling him perfectly well the past 6 months, haven't I?
Of course. Like you've been handling everything else. I think the report that you've done for the AGM is great, considering it's your first.
I'll do better next year.
Well, there'll be no need, will there?
Why not?
Well, I'll be doing it. Now, listen, you tell Chapman from me I want to see substantial progress when I get back from the honeymoon.
What do you mean you'll be doing next year's report? I thought you were happy with what I'd done.
Well, I am, very. But you've kept my seat warm long enough, love. You hardly have time for your horses anymore.
What is it you said? The heart attacks made me realise I ought to take a back seat. Take it easy. Enjoy life.
And I have done. And I've dumped everything on you. But a couple of weeks in Hawaii and I'll be raring to go. Go on. And give Chapman hell.
You should wear a shirt and tie. Look respectable.
I'm not the one who's in bother.
Come on, Robert, move it.
Remind Janet one job at a time today, will you?
She doesn't need reminding, Jack.
You wouldn't have thought you'd need telling once, but you did.
See you later.
My Wally fought the Germans, you know.
Your Wally fought half a Robertsfield Cricket Club one year. Never could get on with anybody.
I meant they should show a bit more respect. Less of this Gestapo tactic, trying to frighten old ladies.
You don't seem very frightened.
I'm not, but it's no thanks to them.
Look, I think you might be better with a solicitor.
Where am I going to find the money for a solicitor? But if they try and get smart with me, they'll soon find this handbag can be a very useful weapon and all. Right, come on.
We will fight them on the beaches. We will fight them in the caravan.
I bet you're glad she's on your side.
Hi. Here. What's this for? Get yourself some lunch. Go on, split it between you.
I don't need it.
Well, I never thought I'd ever hear you turn down money.
Well, I'm okay. Mum gave us enough on Monday.
You sure? Right, gone. Take care.
Why? Do you think the Dingles will start on me now they've seen to you and Mum?
No, I just meant take care. Look, Jess, I do realise this has been very hard on you.
You've no idea what it's like to have to go into school every day having people laughing at you.
Come on, it's not that bad.
Yeah, well, that's because you're used to people laughing at you, but I'm not.
I'll be glad when we leave this place.
You still want to go?
Give me one good reason to stay.
Luke's A-levels.
He'll have to stay until he finishes them. The rest of us can go, though.
But are you seriously suggesting that we leave Luke here?
He's handling this better than any of us, and he really shouldn't be moved before his exams.
No. He goes with us. I'm going to tell them both tonight.
That's a good girl, Alice. Give him a good brush. Some mail for you, Nick. Electric bill, one from a charity.
Oh, how much did I get?
Then this.
Oh.
What is it?
It's a wind-up. Something to do with the Hot and Curious unique make-a-date service. Apparently, I've had 2 replies to my advert.
You placed an advert?
No. It must be a fault on their computer. I sold some of Alice's things there a couple of months back, and, well, now I'm getting some Sad Cases Lonely Hearts replies.
Aren't you going to open them?
Well, no, they're not for me, are they?
They might be from pretty girls, you never know.
Mum, any woman who has to answer an advert has either got a face like the back end of a bus or a breath that could stop a charging bull at 20 paces.
You won't know if you don't look.
Mum, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll phone the courier and tell them that they've cocked up, all right? Look, leave them, will you? Are you going to sort Alice out, or am I?
I'll take her. Could always steam them open, Nick. Nobody'd ever know.
Mrs. Eggleton, I'm Sergeant Sharples. Would you come this way? Not you, sir.
Eh?
You'll be Mr. Armstrong.
Aye.
If you just wait here, I'll see you next.
Here, you're not getting me on my own in one of them cells.
We can have a woman police officer present if you like.
2 of you? No thanks. Ready for you, mister.
How long are you going to be with Zoe?
Oh, not long. I just want to run through a few things with her before the AGM.
The year was marred by the dropping of the dry ski slope plan, thanks to a woman now living in sin with Christopher Tate.
Hey, you take it easy. I don't want my year to be marred by you crocking yourself.
Oh, I'm okay.
How much longer do you reckon you'll be able to work?
Well, in China they just carry on picking rice. Give birth, have a fag, and then back to it.
Are you that sure you'll have a job to come back to?
Why?
Because the way I hear it, the dirty doctor was touching up some girl at the school.
Chris.
Well, I'm just saying. And after that business with Kathy.
That was her, not him.
Well, you know what people are like. They gossip.
It's nonsense. Anyway, it's me I'm worried about. I can't afford to give her work longer than necessary.
Well, of course you can. You're not a Chinese rice picker, and this is not a junior Chinese rice picker. It is a Tate. And it's going to have the best of everything. And so are you. So stop worrying.
Are you sure? Well, who paid the bill? Cash? 2 more weeks, eh? No. There's no point cancelling. Just forget it. It doesn't matter. Sorry to have bothered you. Oh, yeah, bye.
Somewhere to sit and relax. Spend an evening.
Spend money.
Of course. At the moment, there's no warmth to the place. No, you'd want to sit and have a meal or a few drinks.
I don't think it's that bad. But you do know your stuff.
Thank you.
No, I must say, for the first time for a very long time, I'm beginning to see some light at the end of the tunnel. And this time it's not a train coming the other way. Would you like a drink to celebrate?
Oh, no, thanks.
Coffee, then?
I'm fine. How do I find that woman I had the accident with? Zoe Tate?
What, problems with the accident?
No, only insurance. I don't expect there'll be any problems, but you never know.
Well, even if you do have some problems, I'm sure the Tate family will be able to sort them out for you.
You make them sound like the Corleones.
Well, according to my old friend, Eric Pollard, that's just about what they are.
Are you sure you didn't see anyone?
It was the middle of the night. It was dark. I was frightened out of my wits.
I do actually find that hard to believe.
What? That it was the middle of the night, or that it was dark?
No, that you were frightened.
I'm an old lady, Sergeant. I've got arthritis, my hearing's going, and my eyesight isn't what it was. I might put on a bold
We're
front,
not
but...
pressing charges,
You
Miss...
what?
I said we're...
I heard you, lad. What am I still doing here, then?
You're giving us a statement about the caravan theft.
Oh, you had me really worried, you. Have a good mind to sue. Police harassment, mental cruelty.
Don't push it, Mrs. Eggleton. P.C. Wilson would come across in court as a far more convincing victim than you would.
Hey, Olive.
Oh, cheers, Mum.
Did you solve the mystery of the letters?
No, but I'll tell you about it later.
What's this then?
No, just a bit of nonsense.
Some Lonely Hearts letters from the local paper. They were delivered to Nick by mistake.
Mum.
Oh, Nick didn't advertise. He doesn't need to.
What were they like?
Well, I don't know, do I? I've not opened them.
Have you got them on you?
Why? I thought you were supposed to be fixed up.
Doesn't look like me and you are going to be brothers-in-law somehow. Come on.
Kathy's been through a hard time, you know.
Well, she said so.
No, but...
Yeah. Well, come on then, Nick. Let's have a look at them.
Dave, they're private, they're confidential, right?
They're not even yours, though.
Well... All right. Here. Well, go on, then.
All right. Oh. Hey, she looks all right.
Not half. Give us that here.
I thought only right dogs went in for this sort of thing.
She even sounds all right, actually.
What's her name?
Get out of it, will you? It's mine.
Just goes to show. Our lad's never too old to need his mum, eh, Caroline? You got some replies then?
You what? Mum?
I was trying to help Nick.
Oh.
I'm still getting quotes in at the moment. The crash repair people can do wonders.
You won't notice the difference.
You've had a lot of experience in these things.
No, I haven't. I was just distracted. It was my dad. Between you and me, I think he was up to a bit of no good.
Oh, yes, Don Corleone.
Sorry?
It's just something Alan Turner said, giving me the lowdown on the family.
You've been checking up on me.
Yes, I suppose I have.
Anything I should worry about?
Sadly not. Squeaky clean, in fact.
You've obviously been talking to the wrong people.
Well, I think I'm talking to the right one now.
Well, I suppose Under the Clock's the traditional place. No, Hot and Mac, it doesn't sound that romantic, does it? I'll carry a copy of the Hot and Courier with me, but I'll recognise you, of course. Yeah, 7:30 then, on Thursday. Bye. Damn.
Scar, did you?
No, that was Frank Tate. I remembered I had to get him some seed catalogues.
Don't suppose you'd care to give me a letter then? Let me fix up a date.
And about time, too. What took so long? Have you been trying to get him to give evidence against me?
It's not you they're after. It's me. I'm being done for having a shotgun without a licence.
Hey, smell that fresh air.
You've only been in there a morning and only for an interview.
Yes, but it's still the sweet smell of freedom, Jack.
What good is freedom without a gun?
Well, look at it this way. You won't need it anymore since Kim Tate sacked you.
There's no need trying to make me feel better.
Why are they making you surrender your gun anyway?
Because my licence for farming cottage in Demdike Row. Since that plane crash, they ain't in the Demdike Row anymore. Never mind the cottage.
I had to do something. His life just revolves around Alice.
Yes, well, he might actually think he's lucky.
You're still young. There's plenty of time for children, believe me.
Maybe if Jackie hadn't... Oh, I hate him sometimes, dying in such a stupid way. Oh, if we'd still been together. I've made a real mess of things since.
Well, at least your generation are able to get out of a bad marriage. In my day, you made the best of it. Not that there always was a best.
I really thought you and Eric were going to make a go of it, you know?
Yeah, me too, I suppose. Oh, hi there.
Hello.
Why don't you two got a pen?
No,
Oh,
sorry.
hang on. Yes, I have there. Great.
Have you seen that?
What, Mrs. Watkins' place? Didn't you know she'd died?
Yeah.
Life with Seth and Betty getting too much for you then?
Funny you should say that.
I wasn't serious.
I was. Very. Thanks a lot. See you.
Bye.
The well's gone.
Oh, yes. I always thought that was a silly idea.
Pity. I know one place they take 20 quid a week out of the exact same thing. Punters lobbing change in, making a wish. Balmy, but nice tax-free bunts.
You would have kept it?
Absolutely. Still, can't have everything. I must say, the lovely Miss Nightingale's done you quite a job.
Yes. Yes, I rather think she has. Does that mean you're going to support the scheme?
100%. Who are you going to get in?
Sorry?
To run it. Someone with a bit of pizzazz, I think, to balance the homey atmosphere you're trying for.
Oh, I don't think you quite understand. I intend running the new Woolpack myself, as before.
Not a wise move, Alan. It needs a professional touch, like you brought in a pro to redesign it.
That was different. Well, you said yourself that I had a shot at redesigning the place before. But...
You'd had a shot at running the place before as well. That's why you're asking for money.
I don't know.
Of course, Alan. It's entirely up to you.
You must have been in a state if you thought Eric was the answer.
He could be quite charming when he wanted to be, you know. And I suppose I thought... Well, maybe I thought he'd stop me from turning into a lonely old bat.
Oh, Mum.
Life was never dull with him, you know.
It's better you found out the truth now than making a mess of it all like I did.
You know, at the time I thought you were so lucky to find someone after Jackie. Especially someone like Chris.
Yes, there was a time he made me happy, swept me off my feet. Yes, he was handsome, rich, even romantic before we got married. That soon wore off. No, never again.
Well, young David seems to have a bit of a thing for you.
Young's the right word. Don't you think I've been caught on the rebound enough?
Nobody's asking you to marry him. Just have a bit of fun. You deserve it.
We don't always get what we deserve. Either of us.
I'll tell you what you do deserve. A holiday.
Oh. Have you got in mind? Somewhere hot?
Not exactly. Scarborough. Look, I've got to go and spend some time at Mum's house. Why don't you come with me? Get away from here for a while. You can help me sort Mum's things out. You know, you never know. We might find the odd priceless antique. Eric would have been the man for that, wouldn't he?
And conned you out of them as well.
Tell you something, Kathy. I don't think I'd have minded. I really don't.
Come on.
Betty, love, I promise as soon as the police say we can get the caravan back, I'll bring it back up here. It'll be like old times.
Nay, Jack. How could it be? If they took your tractor off you, or if they take spanner off a mechanic, or if they take a doctor's what's it off him, you know, his kaleidoscope.
His stethoscope, Seth.
Aye, that and all. Well, he won't be able to do his job. And it's same for me and me gun.
You haven't got a job now, you silly old beggar.
And I'm not going to get one. We've heard of a gamekeeper without a gun.
I may not be able to do much about that, Seth, but do you remember Edna Watkins, who died not so long back?
Oh, yes, I know we're better off than poor old Edna, but I promise you it don't feel like it.
No, now listen. Her cottage is up to let.
Oh, nice place. Cosy.
Expensive.
Actually, it isn't. I rang the agent today.
Didn't you wash your hands before you made my tea? There'll be germs on you.
Hey, don't be rude. Oh, that's a grand idea, love.
It'd be noisy back in village.
You two think about it tonight. If you don't mind babysitting. I think me and Sarah fancy going for a drink, eh, love?
She's been running things for 6 months. You know what sort of deviousness she's capable of.
It all seems straightforward to me.
Have you really been through these figures?
Yeah. Well, no, not closely.
No? Well, I have.
And?
And, I don't know. She screwed Dad once. I, for one, wouldn't put it past her to do it again.
He seems happy enough.
Oh, yeah. She keeps him happy and away from the company.
OK, I promise I will look at the figures before the meeting.
Well, can't we go through them now?
Sorry, I'm going out for a drink.
Zoe, I need you on my side. But you're the one who's always worried about her screwing Dad again.
I think you're doing enough worrying for both of us. I've got to go.
Are you going too, Chris? Oh, I suppose Rachel will be worrying where you've got to.
Sit down, please.
Is this something you've done?
Me? No, I don't think so. Nobody has done anything.
Well, that makes a nice change.
Oh, for goodness sake, Jess, just shut up for once.
Right, well, first of all, I spoke to the police today. And as far as they're concerned, this whole Tina Dingle nonsense is at an end. Apparently they don't think that Miss Dingle is a very credible witness. Police know all about the Dingle family.
See, I told you Dad wouldn't be stupid.
Luke. And my resignation from the school is now official.
I thought it was that when you whacked the boss.
Jess, please. Something else I want to talk to you about. Coming up here, in the first place, it was my idea. I think we all have to admit it hasn't exactly been the happiest year of our life. And quite frankly, I've just about had my fill. Now, I've given it everything I could. We all have. But Mum and I, we've decided that we've had enough.
We're leaving.
What do you mean? I got the chance of a job back in London in research. It's a good job with prospects.
And there's more chance of me finding work down there than there is here.
And what about us?
Well, you can be assured, wherever we end up, it'll be in the catchment area for the best schools.
I can't start a new school now. Mum, tell him.
Luke, it's for the best. It really is. We'll make it as undisruptive as possible.
I can't believe you're saying this. I mean, I take my A-levels in less than 5 months. You're asking me to start a poxy new school.
Yeah, well, son, you have lost a lot of time, didn't you? I mean, when the...
Yeah, when I killed Ben Dingle. Isn't that enough to be carrying?
All your father was saying was that it might do you good to think about resits next year instead of banking on getting your grades this year.
Oh, well, that's great. You've given up on me now.
No, Luke, we haven't given up on you. Of course you can take your A's.
And what about me? I just go along with it, do I?
It's easier for you, Jess. And the way things are going, you could do better than staying at Houghton Comp.
Well, did it occur to either of you for 1 second that Luke or I might have an opinion on this? Oh, no, you just made up your minds and we can go to hell.
You could always get another gun.
We are to licence. That's just what they'd be expecting. He'll check up on me. That Sergeant Sharples, it were written all over his face. What am I going to do without me gun?
It made me feel safe. I never liked that caravan. Well, not really. It's a tin on wheels. Having you there and that shotgun, I could sleep in my bed at night.
I could get a big stick.
Oh, I think I'd be too frightened to ever go in there again.
I've told you, they'll not come back.
You don't know that, Seth. Maybe we should think about that house of Edna's.
When I were a lad, we called her Mucky Edna. She never changed.
Never changed what?
No, what I mean is, she never changed. She was still mucky when she popped her clogs. You wouldn't like it, Betty. I'm happy in that caravan. We could live in a field. Fresh mushrooms round her doorstep. No commitments. You know, to electricity, or gas, none of them.
Are you awake?
Of course we are, love.
Only you talk in your sleep. Both of you. I sat and listened.
Well, we're awake now.
Can I go to the toilet then, if you don't mind?
Feel free, lad.
I'd like to live in a caravan. If you don't want it, can I have it?
Frank, has it occurred to you that Rachel might be manipulating Chris?
The only manipulation I'm interested in at the moment... Oh, down a bit.
I'm serious.
So am I.
She'd love to mess things up, you know. I think she's quite a little schemer.
She's a kid. They have principles. You should remember, being young...
I have principles too. And I'd hate to see our business ruined by a... I just don't think Chris is necessarily thinking straight at the moment.
That's because he's got too much time on his hands. Oh, will you do this for me on the beach at Waikiki?
I've been thinking. Maybe we should put the honeymoon off for a month or two, or at least until well after the AGM.
You've been working too hard, and the first sign of that is when you feel you can't take a holiday.
I can, but not now.
You can and now. And to kill two birds with one stone, I can stop you worrying about Chris.
Oh, yes?
Yeah. He's got too much time on his hands, so I'll get him to take things over when we're away. He can run the business. How about that?